This is getting insane. After the Calgary Flames absolutely demolished the Edmonton Oilers, Noah Hanifin's trade value has once again increased. He is playing some of the best hockey of his entire career, and with the trade deadline right around the corner, it looks as though the Flames could acquire quite a lot back for the stud defenseman. Welcome to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here, you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe because about 87% of the people watching are not subscribed. So if you want to stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors on the Calgary Flames, then make sure you stick around and become a part of the fastest growing Calgary Flames community on the internet. But like I said, Noah Hanifin, he is playing amazing, and the Flames once again had an outstanding game against Edmonton. I mean, whether you are hardcore team, blow it up, sell everything, and tank, you can't help but be happy with a Flames win against the number one rival, the Edmonton Oilers. And not only just a win, but absolutely took care of business up in Edmonton. I mean, come on. The Blake Coleman hit on Connor McDavid, my goodness. I know it literally led to an Oilers goal, but you can't be upset about him laying the body around. Blake Coleman, he got in a fight. He almost had a Gordie Howe hat trick if he'd gotten an apple, but my goodness, he played amazing. Dryden Hunt got his first goal. Pospisil played amazing again. Zary played amazing. Kadri didn't let Kane get under his skin. But of course, the main man of this video is Noah Hanifin. And his value is sky high right now. I mean, my goodness. That game against Edmonton very well may have been the best game he has ever played in a Calgary Flames sweater. Maybe even of his career. He was outstanding. He chipped in offensively. He was a stud back there with Tanev in the defensive zone. They were killing penalties against an Edmonton power play that boasts some of the most firepower in the entire NHL. My goodness. Hanifin, I think at this point, a lot of Flames fans are saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't trade him. Maybe we should keep him, make a push for the playoffs. Totally understand that side, but I do understand the other side of we got to sell our assets. We need this to be a real big retooling closer to a rebuild in order for the Flames to be good. Because a lot of the cup champs we've seen lately have kind of started from scratch. You look at Chicago with how they got Patty Kane high, Jonathan Toews high. You look at even the Penguins with Crosby, Malkin, Fleury, Sometimes those high draft picks do pay dividends, especially if you get them over a few years. But it doesn't always work. I mean, look at Edmonton. They had a bunch of first overall picks, 4 of them. Really, you can say one of them was an actual major hit. I know Taylor Hall ended up winning the Hart, but that was over in New Jersey. But anyway, we're talking about Noah Hanifin here. And my goodness, him getting to do these hockey hugs at the end of the game. Dan Vladar, he was outstanding as well. I can't forget about him. But he was just amazing. Hanifin, I feel like, looks so good in the Heritage Classic uniform as well. I don't know what it is about that number 55, but it just fits on that jersey so well. But my goodness, he is just playing amazing. And the NHL.com themselves, so straight from the NHL, they actually, in the NHL Trade Buzz feed that they do, they said this: Noah Hanifin's value may have gone up Saturday. The defenseman had 2 goals and an assist in a 6-3 win at the Edmonton Oilers. The 27-year-old is in the last of a 6-year contract. That is about $5 million per season, signed way back in 2018, and he can be a UFA on July 1st. He has 33 points for 11 goals and 23 assists. I don't know how that equals 33. I mean, my math says 34, but either way, something about the numbers is off there. But anyway, he has a modified clause in his contract and can submit an 8-team no-trade list. We kind of have an idea that a lot of those teams might be Canadian teams. But either way, we all knew this already, but his value with the 2 goals and the 1 assist, he almost had another assist. It got taken off. He originally did have a 4-point game, but got brought down to 3. But either way, 11 goals now on the season is his career high. Is this his peak? Is he peaking right now? Or hopefully, if the Flames do trade him away, then other teams are thinking he'll peak. He'll continue to trend upward and peak with them. But my goodness, he's playing the best hockey of his career. It's hard to argue against that. That might have been his best game as a Calgary Flame. Could it be one of his last games as a Flame going out on a high? And I do have to give both Noah Hanifin and Chris Tanev a shout out, because with all the noise, all the rumors, they have stuck to it. They have been professional, and they have just locked in and played amazing, amazing hockey for the Flames and kept them competitive. And I know if you're on Team Tank, you want the Flames to lose, I understand. But I do understand the other side of Flames fans who just love seeing the Flames win no matter what, especially against the Oilers. But let's look at the strongest suitors for Noah Hanifin as of right now. So we all know there are many, many teams in the mix. We know Hanifin wants to go to America. It seems as though he might end up in the state of Florida, maybe closer to home. And this is according to The Athletic. I know we've talked about these teams before on the channel, so this might not be the most brand news ever, but it is the strongest ones, and it's from The Athletic as well. So the first one, as we know, the Boston Bruins. It's going home. So this is ideal for them at the trade deadline. They will acquire Noah Hanifin. Hanifin is the number one target on The Athletic's trade board. Acquiring the Norwood, Massachusetts native would not be cheap, but the Bruins have cap space next year to accommodate an extension, plus present left side needs because of Lindholm's week-to-week status. Hanifin, 27 years old, is also a long-term solution with Matt Grzelcyk and Derek Forbort on expiring contracts. The trick will be to meet Calgary's price. It will not be easy given the Bruins' lack of picks and prospects. This is very true. We've talked about Hanifin to Boston before. Would it be a Mason Lohrei coming back, a Matthew Poitras, maybe Lissell, maybe some other guys, or picks not from this draft, but in the future? I don't know. There's many options, and a lot of them may not be ideal for Calgary, but they could be ideal for Hanifin. And either way, the Boston Bruins, for a trade at this year's trade deadline, if a trade were to happen, I think is one of the best case scenarios for Calgary, because I think they could acquire the most because of how bad Boston wants Hanifin and how bad Hanifin wants Boston. Now, another situation just like that is the Tampa Bay Lightning. So again, ideally for them at this year's trade deadline, they will trade for Noah Hanifin. With Mikhail Sergachev on long-term injured reserve, the Lightning have cap space to work with at the deadline. Predicting they add a defenseman isn't all that bold with that in mind, but swinging so big for the top available option on the trade board is. Tampa Bay's asset pool is depleted, but management tends to find a way to make it work. I mean, we've seen it in the past. They like to trade away literally every single pick they have. The Lightning don't have first-round picks in 2024 or 2025, so maybe the 2026 first-rounder plus other picks in 2025 would do it. For the Flames, those picks could look even more valuable considering the Lightning's long-term trajectory. But that's the price for Tampa Bay to pay to extend its window of contention. So does Tampa want to continue to contend? They've won a couple cups very recently as well. They want to keep that window open because they still have players playing at such a high level. Look at Kucherov. He's in the Hart conversation. Braden Point, he won't stop scoring. Obviously they've got Hedman and Stamkos who are getting older but are still very, very good, as well as many other players who are playing well. I mean, Vasilevsky, I know he was hurt for a long time, but he still is one of the premier goaltenders in the NHL. So would they offer up pretty much their entire future to keep that window open and acquire Noah Hanifin? It's definitely possible. And with the Bruins and Tampa being in somewhat similar situations of not having a lot to give but wanting to keep that window open, they will be willing to give up quite a bit, I think, in order to get Hanifin. Now, that being said, there's obviously very, very strong suitors. Otherwise, you look at the Dallas Stars, they're always quietly, I think, looking around. Would they want more of a Tanev? Maybe, but Hanifin is playing incredible hockey, and the Flames don't want him to walk away for nothing because there's pretty much a 0% chance he signs in Calgary in the summer. So the Flames do need to trade him away. And whether he does get traded away or not, he is playing the best hockey of his career. As Flames fans, we should be so thankful to him for just always being a professional and really keeping games competitive. I mean, the 2 goals last night against Edmonton, my goodness, they were so good. The first one, what a move, what a shot. And the second one, he finally was the open guy on that power play, tucked it in. What a beauty. Even on his assist, he kind of forced a turnover and made the right play. He just was so good last night. The Flames were so good last night. I mean, name one player on the Flames who didn't play well. Look at the Coleman, Backlund, and Monge line. They were in the offensive zone so much, even though they were always taking faceoffs in the defensive end. And everyone played well. Literally everyone. I loved the fire. I loved the grit. Sometimes the Oilers got under the skin. We saw what happened with Jonathan Huberdeau and Matthias Ekholm and stuff. And then obviously Janmark and Coleman. But the Flames kept strong. They just dominated the Oilers. And my goodness, I couldn't be more thankful for their performance. The other thing I couldn't be more thankful for is you guys. Thank you so much. You guys have had endless support towards the channel. You've made it so amazingly fun. We're almost about a month into uploads. It's been about 4 weeks now, and the channel has just grown like crazy. You guys love both interacting with myself and with each other in the comments, and it's always so fun to see your guys' input, your speculation towards the trade deadline, what the Flames should do, all of that. It is very, very entertaining. I couldn't be more thankful for your guys' support and your interaction. So I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you're new around here, and make sure you have a wonderful rest of your day.